ladies and gentlemen. About a week ago, I was looking at all the different states, and Ohio was one of those states that was not reporting any cases at that time. And I thought it was kind of odd because they were surrounded by all kinds of states that had cases, but they were sitting right in the middle with claiming to have none. Now they are saying there are 5 known cases there. But the medical experts are saying it's probably about 100,000 people in that location, and they are just undiagnosed. And this is probably the most realistic number I've seen out of a state. I don't believe these low numbers we're getting. And even some of the politicians are admitting that testing in the US has been very poor. So, Ohio health officials announced Thursday that the state have 5 known cases, but one expert says the number is likely much higher, an estimated 100,000 undiagnosed cases. Dr. Amy Acton, the director of the state's health department, told reporters that the virus is among us, but we can't see it yet. In a tweet, Governor Mike DeWine warned the state, the 11.7 million residents, that about 1% are possibly infected. Sorry about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, back to this. So, there is much to learn and how exactly it's transmitted. So, they're saying it's very difficult to identify many infected people because there are very few symptoms. And of course, if a person is not feeling any of these symptoms, they're going to claim they don't have it. So DeWine's office said they expect cases in the state to double every 6 days. News 5 Cleveland reported. This is certainly an unprecedented time. It is this one in 50 years pandemic that we have been planning for, that we talk a lot about over my 30 years in public health, Acton said. We have never seen a situation exactly like this. DeWine, a Republican, has announced that all Ohio schools will be on a 3-week spring break, starting at the end of the day Monday, so this coming Monday. DeWine also announced an order banning mass gatherings of more than 100 people. So a lot of states are doing that. They don't want large gatherings. And I saw a lot of the Irish Day parades are canceled as well. You know, one thing I can honestly say, I wish that more states would be just honest that you don't know how many people got this because no one has been tested. But nobody is coming forward to say that. That's why I was stunned when Ohio, out of the entire country, is the first to admit they got to have at least 100,000 people. And as every 6 days go by, that number is doubling. It's definitely realistic. Now, some of the schools are putting together plans in my state just for this. Some have already decided to close. a lot of the colleges and universities, the students are moving out of the dormitories. I was looking at some of those stories last night, and you just see a lot of these college kids, they're just moving all of their stuff out, and we'll be doing online classes. Now, I don't know what they're going to do for public schools because these children don't normally have to go online for class. So, this is something. And just imagine, y'all, 2, 3 weeks from now, it's going to be even worse. They said a vaccine, even if they could put one together, it would take 18 months. Do you know how much damage will be done even in a 6-month period? Shoot, you can't even imagine 18 months. That's unconscionable. But this is where we stand. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard the recent news coming out of China. They are accusing the US of bringing this to Wuhan. So I'm going to dig a little deeper into that. But yeah, they're making that accusation because they're saying they don't know how it got there, but they are accusing the US of bringing um, all of this into China. So, this will get deep. Countries fighting back and forth, everybody's pointing fingers and blaming each other. But one thing that is correct, that the testing, when you look at it in comparison to other countries, the US is actually performing like a third world nation when it comes down to the testing. Everybody is doing better with testing, including Canada. But here, I guess people must be in denial. Now, I do know the CDC said there were not enough testing kits to go around, and that has been a big issue. But who is to blame for that? Who is in charge of these things? You know, we don't know. We have no clue. But I think it's really shameful when the other parts of the world are outperforming the US when it comes down to the public. But this is exactly what is happening. But y'all, please tell me what you think about Ohio saying they more than likely have 100,000 cases there. But these folks are untested. And more likely, many of them are not even showing symptoms and not realizing that they are passing this thing around. It sure will be interesting to see what's going to happen even over the next week. That's how rapid. I mean, the stories are coming out so quickly. I literally have to sit and just pick a few that I want to do. But man, I could probably do 10 videos in a day with all of the information that's coming out. And, Major League Baseball have suspended the season and even their training season there. That's all suspended. So the only one left now, I think, is the NFL. We haven't heard anything from the NFL yet. So, but I'm sure they'll be coming out. And also, March Madness, that has been canceled. At one point in time, they decided to move forward without fans. Well, they scrapped that altogether. So there will be no March Madness this year. So I don't know what these sports fanatics out here are going to do. They're going to be bored for real. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story coming out of Ohio. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.